They are our family, and we only want the best for them. No standing water means clean, good tasting, algae-free, mosquito-free, and virus-free water. No risk of electric shock, no risk of fire from faulty wiring. Cool water in the summer, warm water in the winter. Water delivered fresh from the water supply at 50 degrees year-round. Drinking Post water.
Williams, speaking of horses, and we are on the far south side of Chicago this wonderful day, and we are at Balmoral Horse Park, but it's now actually a part of HITS, because no longer does racing go on here, but a lot of great horse stuff goes on here. And my guest is the CEO of HITS, Mr. Tom Zeri.
Yes, sir. Excellent.
I got it.
There you go.
I worked on that.
I know you did. I could tell.
Anyway, Tom is the CEO. Now, we are here today for the $200,000 Grand Prix that you're doing, and that's going to occur here in a little bit. Matter of fact, during this interview, you're going to hear or see some of the footage of this as we progress through the show. But Tom, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. Welcome to you. We'd love to have you here at our facility.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. I love to cover all things to do with horses. This is a great facility, and you've turned it into a fantastic facility for the jumping, eventing, the Grand Prix. So tell us a little bit about what brought you to this location.
Well, it's a famous old race course, right? They did not only trotters here, but flat track for years. And they had closed it up. They had some financial issues here, and so we jumped in and felt it'd be a great place to repurpose for hunters and jumpers, and dressage for that matter. We had a dressage show here, and it was wildly received. So we're doing 13 hunter jumper shows here this year, and looks like we'll probably do the same thing next year. And this is our granddaddy this week. We're doing an FEI 4-star, so it's the second highest rated event that you can have in the world, and we got some of the top riders in the world here. But they're loving how horse friendly this place is, and this community is thrilled to have us.
Well, the whole area has been horse friendly for years. There's a lot of great horse people all around Chicago. So you've got a huge metropolitan area behind this. You know, you've got all of the barns and the facilities that they had here all the years it was a race course, plus the grandstands, clubhouse area. We were seated up there, nice atmosphere controlled areas to sit, watch. It's right outside the window. You can't want for more. This is fantastic.
We're hoping from your mouth to everyone's ears, So, I think next year we'll do 1,300 horses, So those will be nice size horse shows as we grow towards some of our big shows. Some places in the country we do as many as 3,000 horses. So, hoping this place will get there.
Well, I'll tell you, you're looking out here now. We're standing by what was the winner's circle, I do believe, when it was a racetrack.
Exactly.
And then the course that you see behind you is actually, the first part of it is on what was the racetrack. It's been turned into the arena center. But you've preserved the finish line. You've preserved some of the things that really show it off as, the race course and the history that was here. And you've taken it another step further. You've taken it right on into the eventing, to the Grand Prix levels of jumping. It's just fantastic. And you got 45 going to compete here today from about 8 different countries?
Yeah, exactly. Again, international class. It's our first one here. It's a big horse show. This year it's a 4-star. Next year it's a 5-star. So next year, this very same week, it'll be the highest rated class you can have in the world for show jumping.
I was looking at the entry for this. 45 entries. I see Israel. I see Brazil. I see Venezuela. I saw a New Zealand competitor. You've got them from all over, and today we've hit pay dirt for weather. It is fantastic. It's perfect for this.
It is a perfect day. You're right.
So now HITS has 5 other facilities where you do shows. Tell us a bit about those.
Well, we do. We've got one in Southern California in the desert. We've got one in so that's thermal. We've got one in Ocala, Florida, the horse capital of the world, Marion County. We've got one in Culpeper, Virginia. It's about an hour and a half, 45 minutes south of D.C. and we've got one in Saugerties, New York, which is right. And we're famous for Woodstock being our neighbor. Right.
Yeah, if you're in our zip code, you remember Woodstock. Otherwise, you don't, right?
Yes.
I know, but and that area is beautiful too for the horses. Up and up as you start into the upstate area of New York, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, we think all those places are great. So they're all Virginia horse country, Ocala's horse country. That area of upstate New York is, and we think right here in Crete, Illinois, we're in horse country.
Well, and that's funny because you say Crete, Illinois. Think of it as just south of Chicago. Matter of fact, the metro line out of Chicago has a station right over here, so you can ride from Chicago right down to within about 10 minutes of the park. You can ride the train down, so you're on the far, far south side of Chicago, but you're not that far out of Indiana either.
No, we're very close to Indiana, right by the border of Indiana, and it's about an hour or so from O'Hare Airport, so just right.
It's perfect, and it's fantastic for the horses. It's fantastic for this, for the industry, and anything to do with horses is always good for people.
Well, obviously I agree with that, right? And my whole life is devoted to that. So we think we got a home run here, home run in the waiting here.
Well, I think you do too, and we're happy that you invited us down, and through your marketing person, Susan Kane, who I had worked with a few years ago, she kind of got me involved in this, and I am certainly glad that we made the trip down to see this and do it, because this is absolutely fantastic.
Well, we'd love to have you here as well, and I think you'll add a lot to it, and hopefully people around the country will know a little more about us now.
Well, that's great. Tom, we really want to thank you very much.
The rural American lifestyle. It's how we work, and it's how we play. It's how we learn and how we enjoy the finer things in life. How we take care of our animals and tend to the land. It's a way of life. Has been for hundreds of years. Now there's a whole new way for rural America to watch TV.
Wayne Williams speaking of horses, and we are still here. We are at HITS Showgrounds, Balmoral Park in beautiful Crete, Illinois, just south of Chicago.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson Lima is my guest. He is from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And you are the course designer. Tell us a little bit about this course.
Yes, I'm Anderson Lima. Nice to meet you, and a pleasure to be here in your
thank
program.
you.
Thank you very much for the invitation. So today we have international competitions, the CSI 4 stars. What's a meter 50 course? We have some special requirements for the FEI, because this is approval course to be able to the riders be able to go to compete in Tryon for the World Impression Games in 2018. So I think it's a pretty nice course. We have a really selective group of riders and horses in here, and have I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 Olympic riders.
Oh, we do. There's 45 going to compete.
Yeah, it's 45 of them
from
today.
8 or 9 different countries.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about what do you do criteria-wise when you start designing a course? First of all, I know you're looking at the course as far as what level the competition is.
Yes.
But are there any other special requirements that you put into this, or can you put some of your own little touches in it?
Yeah, normally the way that we work, we have 2 or 3 competitions before the Grand Prix, like the special day that's today. So we have a kind of time to meet and know the riders a little bit, and not that we build for certain group of riders, but just we have to level up. We start the week and we finish at the week a little bit more stronger. So we go step by step. We try to create a little bit more difficulty, like during the whole
And
week.
today is kind of the capping off of this thing.
Today is the capping off. We have
Yeah. $200,000 in purse money.
That's a fantastic.
Well, I know you're busy, and I know we're just 15 minutes away, but Anderson, thank you.
Thank you.
It is
Thank you very
my
much.
pleasure to have you with us here on Speaking.
Thank you. Too, guys.
Hey, speaking of horses, we're still here in Chicago. Hits at Balmoral Park. I guess that's the way we're saying.
Absolutely.
Joe Norick is my guest. Now, Joe, tell us your involvement in this.
So, I'm actually in the insurance business.
Okay.
I run a new company called J. Norick and Company Insurance Brokers. We work closely with the equestrian lifestyle. We take care of insuring Hits, the Hits family. We work on horses, farms and ranches, and of course people and their personal collections, their homes, any collectibles, autos, and things of that nature. We've been close with Tom Strazzeri and the Hits family for many, many years. Try and always be on site as many of the Hits horse shows as we can across the country. As you know, Hits has at least 5 locations in North America, and we try and always be on site to work closely with Hits and the Hits family.
And as we all know, the insurance part of this is a very integral part of what's going on, especially when you're doing something like this, where it's all the jumping and the eventing, and it's always a critical part of what's happening.
You know, it has changed so much, the world today as we live in it, and as the sport has grown and the dimension of these horse shows. So the scope of a show like this where you have over 2,000 stalls, you get so many competitors, I look at a general liability for Tom and the Hits family for their protection. But then when I look at these competitors who are jumping these courses that are behind us today, we're going to have 45 horses. Average horse can have a value of in excess of 7 figures. Those owners want to offset their risk.
Right.
That's what we're here for.
Right.
To do an evaluation, to come up with a solution that provides them the greatest comfort.
Because at the bottom line of it, you know, horses are great for everybody. And we want to make sure that it's great, safe, productive, so that everybody is fine. The horses are fine, the people are fine, the spectators have a good time. It's all about a great experience all the way around.
100%, 100%. And in today, we want everyone to be safe and happy.
Hey, thank you.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. And we're really glad to be here at Hits Balmoral. We're just south of Chicago.
South suburbs.
South suburbs. Far south suburbs.
Exactly.
Crete, Illinois, if you want to look it up on a map. Google Earth or whatever. But we're having a great time here. Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Thank you. Well, here at the $200,000 FEI Grand Prix, we had 45 riders from over 8 different countries competing, and we had 6 make the jump offs. So let's watch some of the jump offs right now.
King Barns, located in New Holland, Pennsylvania. If you want a great custom-built barn, you got to contact kingbarns.com. All kinds of customized barns, top-grade materials, and wonderful custom design to meet your request. Please check out King Barns today. Source Nutrition. One of the fine sponsors, Source Nutrition, micronutrients developed from the seaweed harvested off the coast of Maine, aids in digestion, helps with older horses, keeps everything moving fine in your horse's digestive tract. Check out Source. Well, right now we're going to move to the results of our $200,000 Grand Prix. Let's watch and see who took home the bacon.
And here she is, Royce and Margie Engel. Put your hands together, please, ladies and gentlemen. Winning 6th place in today's very rich purse of $200,000. And we invite in, with pleasure, the 5th place winner today. And that's entry number 35, VDL Bravo S, an entry of Hayes Investment Corporation of Auburn, Kansas, and ridden by Hunter Holloway. 4th award today goes to number 21. That is Handyvan HD, Alberto Michon, Mexico, for Elon Furter. The 3rd place winner today, congratulations to 215 Dingama, Santiago Lambre of Mexico for Aurora Rangel de Alba. Reserve champion in today's $200,000 hits Balmoral AIG Grand Prix, 194, a great jump-off ride by Nicole Shahinian Simpson and Akuna Matata for the United States. And with great pleasure, put your hands together, please, for today's winner, number 77, Bullrun's Casino Kate Kelly. An entry of Bullrun Jumpers 5 LLC, just up the road here in St. Charles, Illinois, and a brilliant ride by Kristen Danby. Once again, our thanks to Patricia Labond of AIG for taking place in today's award ceremony.